And in this particular video, I'm going to talk to you about IOCL and how to prepare for IOCL interview based on my personal experience. So IOCL, in this particular video of IOCL preparation, interview preparation, I'm going to talk to you about company. So what you should know about IOCL before applying or during the interview process. The secondly is your job profile, what job profile IOCL offers to you, and thirdly it's your selection process, and fourth is topics you should study while preparing for IOCL. So in the topics to study, this will be basically pertaining to chemical engineering, but a few general topics or general awareness you should know while preparing for IOCL. So let's get started. Now, IOCL. IOCL is your petroleum refining industry. IOCL stands for Indian Oil Corporation Limited. It is ranked 212 among the world's largest corporate, and it is one among the Fortune's 500. It is downstream industries. What do you mean by downstream industries? Downstream industries takes the petroleum and processes it to the final products and give it to a consumer. So it is foraying into a downstream industry. Now, what is its vision? So its vision is to become a globally admired company. So it wants not only to be in India but have a global presence and have a great standard. Okay, so this is all about IOCL. Now we're going to learn about what are its business and products. So the first and foremost, it's into the refining business. Okay, then the secondly, it is into pipelines. Refining, it takes crude oil C5 plus and gives various products like your crude oil, your fuel gas, C2, C3, propane, butane, iButane, aspartame, etc. So this all thing comes into your refining. Then the second thing, you have got pipelines. So it is also into pipeline business where it leads into the transportation of natural gas. Then the third one, it is into petrochemicals. So based after you get your butane, pentane, hexane, it produces into the petrochemicals, that's your PVC, polythene, etc. So it is into petrochemical foray. Then the fourth one is your natural gas. Natural gas, it's also into natural gas. Then it has its own R&D and marketing facilities, and it also has some amount of interest in exploration and production, explosives and cryogenics. So this is all given in your their websites. Then we are going to talk about its revenue. So I'm going to cover the few important ones. So when we talk about production, it has crude oil and products are equivalent from 76 million metric cube. Then it has domestic sales of about 72.7 million metric ton, and petrochemicals of 2.51 million metric tons. So these are production. The numbers are not supposed to be remembered, but gives you idea of its depth. So this has been this data has been collected from the annual report and vary according to the years. Okay, it had its revenue of about 3,80,000. 603 crore. So that's its revenue, and its profit and loss for the year 2021 is 21,836 crore. So it's a huge company. Now when you talk about joint ventures and subsidies of IOCL, the major one, it's CPCL. IOCL has its foreign presence at foreign locations like IOCL Mauritius, Sri Lanka, etc. Please check out for other locations on their website. And it also has joint ventures like GSPL, Petronet, and even more. It has a good amount of joint ventures. Okay, so this is about IOCL in brief. Then we're going to talk about IOCL's management. So the chairperson leading the IOCL is your Shrikant Madhaved. When we talk about IOCL, it has major refineries at Haldia, in Pineapple. But when you talk about IOCL's overall business, it runs across pan India, so you can get any locations in IOCL. Then we're talking about awards. Indian Oil has bagged BMN Munjal Award for Sustained Excellence. It has been conferred with PRSI Award and even with National CSR Award. So yeah, it is award-winning company. Then what are its other activity? So it is into a lot of environmental initiatives and introducing a new technology. It is for SHE, that is safety, health and environment. So it also takes care of that. And this was Satat. Satat is the new initiative for the Transform. Do check on it. Now, when you talk about news and facts that are currently associated with IOCL, so you can say as of December 1, 2020, India's oil refining capacity stood at 259.3 billion metric tons, making it second largest refiner in India. So IOCL has a very significant place along with the Reliance in this refining capacity of Asia. Then we have got a few schemes, government schemes related to that of IOCL. The first one is Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, that is PMUI. The government launched PMUI in May 2016 with an objective to provide clean cooking fuel to poor households, especially in the rural areas, ensuring the universal coverage of LPG as cooking gas in the country. So based on this particular scheme, IOCL gets subsidies to provide it to at a lower cost to different locations. So this also impacts this increases their marketing but gives them lower margin profits. So this is your Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. And we have got PAHAL. PAHAL is your Pratyaksh Hanstapit Labh or direct benefit transfer of LPG scheme. Is a well-targeted system of subsidy delivery to LPG consumer aimed at rationalizing subsidies based on an approach to cut subsidy leakage but not subsidy themselves. So this means directly you are going to get your LPG. Then read on it to get more information. Then you have to learn about introduction of BS4 and BS6 fuels in the country. So now we are changing from BS4 to BS6. So what changes? There is a change in sulfur ppm. So you should know what changes they have made. Then we have now coming up with ethanol blended petroleum and what is the role of IOCL in that. And then we have got sustainable alternative towards affordable transportation. So this is your Satat initiative. So these are all the facts relating to IOCL. Now we are going to learn about the job profile, what it offers to you. It offers an initial basic pay of about 50,000 rupees. It has training of 1 year. See, initial basic pay of 50,000, but it also has various other allowances. Then thirdly, the location is pan India. It has got a certain amount of bond, and finally it's a transferable job, so you will get different postings after 3 to 4 years. Now what it is, job profile, especially for chemical engineers. So when we talk about chemical engineers, they are mostly placed in refinery divisions where they take care of all the production activities, and marketing divisions where they market or sell all the IOCL products from Indian to various other ones. Then the third is the pipeline divisions. It is laying pipelines also. And the fourth is the business development, where it deals with the strategies of their operations. So this is the job profile that is offered to chemical engineer. Now we are talking about selection process. So in the selection process, you have to score, you should have a gate score. Based on the amount of vacancies into 10, you get a shortlist. And in this IOCL, you have got interview, GD and GT, all the three things, and then it goes to your final selection. And after final selection, you get a medical test and everything, and then you go for the training. And the second one is through campus interviews. But in campus interview, it comes into few specific colleges. So going through GATE covers a larger audience. So this is your selection process for IOCL. Now, topics you should study while preparing for IOCL interviews. The first and foremost is your general question, and that includes your introduction, your strengths, weaknesses, etc. Then the secondly is to prepare your basics and 5 main subjects. So you should know your subject basics. Okay. Third is your petroleum refining. Because this is a petroleum refining industries, you should know the process like.
Petroleum refining, cracking, FCC visbreaking, octane number, RO and C10 number, distillation, ADU, VDU, various products, concepts related to reflux, flooding, foaming, BS6 standards, energy transaction, impact of oil and gas due to electrical vehicles, sustainable development, and you should also study about internship training and finally